Hey guys, so I know I haven't uploaded in a while and I just talked about this majorly on my vlog channel, so if you want to check that out, I always link it in the description below my video for that channel. So if you're interested in that, that's where you'll find that. And other than that, just I haven't uploaded in a while and right now my anxiety is being really not great, and I just talked about that also on my vlog channel, really in depth about that actually. So my anxiety is not like as bad as it was for that video personally, but in my personal opinion as to what I'm thinking about that. But today I wanted to do a video talking about why sensitivity is so important and why you shouldn't feel not valued or validated at all, like your feelings don't matter. When we live in a world where it is mostly taught by a lot of people that feeling is wrong and sensitivity is ruining the world and all of that, and I see that on a daily basis. And I already tried recording this video once, but I don't know, I can't remember exactly why I wasn't happy with it, but I just wasn't, so I want to redo it. And so that's what I thought I'd do right now, because I think it's a really important thing to get across, and I always try to get it across as much as I can because it is something that is so like misunderstood, misinterpreted by a lot of the world, unfortunately. And it's the truth, and so many people out there constantly, especially older people, like over 25, I'd say, maybe even between 20 and 25, because like I'm 20, almost 21 right now, so that is personal information. But between like maybe a bit after 25, but I don't really know any specific ages, but basically older people for sure are definitely the ones that are getting angry about sensitive people. But other than that, and nonetheless, all of them have something in common regardless of their age, or the people complaining about all of these sensitive people on planet Earth right now. And that is because their feelings, they were taught that their feelings are not worth feeling, that their feelings shouldn't be valued or heard, they shouldn't talk about their problems, they shouldn't express themselves. That feeling is wrong. Being sensitive is wrong. You're never going to get anywhere in life. You're never going to have a stable relationship or a stable career or anything like that. And, so much more, obviously. Like, we all kind of know the rumors that are out there about sensitive people and what people are complaining about on a daily basis about sensitive people. And to me, it's like, again, one thing that they all have in common is that they were taught themselves growing up, regardless of their age, they were all taught or are all being taught that feeling is wrong. Feeling makes you weak, right? And so there's a lot of people right now on Earth playing all tough and all that, acting all tough and playing tough guy all the time, right? And the problem with that is that it teaches people not to feel, and that feeling is wrong. Again, feeling is weak. Feeling isn't right. So what happens when you're not sensitive and actually open to your feelings, and as you teach that to others, more and more people won't be open to their feelings? And as that proceeds and continues to happen on in our world, people start to bottle up their feelings. And it doesn't even matter if you talk about them, because eventually these wounds get so deep that they don't even feel themselves that they're allowed to feel things, because then they start to fight with their ego, because the ego will always try to tell you that you need to act a certain way. It will be those behavioral patterns that you were taught growing up as a kid, that, as for speaking for the older people that are angry about sensitive people, it's a behavioral pattern now and wired up in their brains, right? So what happens is that they are getting mad about people who are feeling, because their feelings were not validated as they were growing up. Right? And that's constantly still happening on planet Earth right now, honestly. And it's getting better, but it's also kind of getting worse, just because so many people now are getting so angry because people are waking up. So people are starting to feel their feelings so that they can release and heal from past wounds. But the thing is that those wounds are so deep within us that we project it onto others, and then that teaches or new generations that they need to do the same thing, right? That feeling is wrong, feeling is weak, and all of that stuff. And all it does is really harm the society because, like I said, then they start bottling up their problems, they start bottling up all their pain, and it does create pain when you live a life where people around you are not valuing your feelings or making you feel like you're allowed to feel and like feeling is okay and like your feelings are actually, you're able to express your feelings. It's really horrible. It's a toxic environment, a very toxic environment that unfortunately a lot of people have faced in the past and do still face now because, again, it's taught and taught and taught and taught and taught that playing tough guy is how you have to make it in the world, right? That's how it is. Life is cruel. You have to be tough. You can't feel anything because then people are going to use you and you're going to fucking just get heartbroken and your life isn't going to turn out the way you want it to. All of these things. And so it's taught to us that we need to not feel, and so we bottle up the problems, we bottle up the pain, all of those wounds, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and that can create a lot of problems in our world. And this is why sensitive people are the solution to the problems on our planet, because right now all of the issues have to do with insensitiveness, right? And so sensitive people can see that. They can see the problems in our world. And that's also another thing that pisses people off is because they don't want to acknowledge their problems. But sensitive people make them see their problems, make them face their problems, make them face their wounds face to face so that they can deal with it. They don't like that. They find that intimidating. A lot of people find that intimidating about sensitive people. So automatically they get triggered whether they notice or not. And they, again, project their wounds onto those people, or they might go project it onto other people. They might even project it back onto themselves and just keep going around in a fucking circle until it literally drains them. And the next thing you know, they're like, why does everything happen to me? Why do I feel so shitty all the time? And that's why you're draining yourself. They're draining themselves when they do that to themselves or to other people. You're getting after other people, and you're also hitting yourself at the same time that you're doing that, right? Because you're not dealing with your past wounds. And that's, again, what they hate about sensitive people as well, is that they had to play tough guy their whole life because that's what they were fucking taught growing up, right? And so, because a lot of times it's the older people complaining about the sensitive people on our planet, and honest to God, again, it's just growing up, they were taught that their feelings were not validated or valued or meant anything at all, that they just need to suck it up and get over it. And that's why people are so angry, is because now people are more open and, their feelings are more valued than they once were. And so now those people are getting triggered because they're like, oh, these people have it so much easier than we did, right? But in reality, those people just have those past wounds, whether they can admit that or not. And not acknowledging it is not solving any problems. That's why, again, the sensitive people are the solution. Being sensitive is the solution to the world's problems, because it's insensitiveness that is creating the problems and has created the problems numerous times in the fucking past and continues to now create the problems on planet Earth. That's the problem. Sensitivity is what fixes that, because sensitivity allows you to feel, to acknowledge the problems and find solutions. Being insensitive allows you to blame everything else, blame everyone else, and not see any solutions. Just constantly like, oh, this type of person, or, like millennials are blamed a lot, or again, sensitive people, like literally, and that's what they do. That's part of the world's problem, is because they look at those things. They look at sensitive people is a problem. Being tough, that's the solution. But being tough makes people bottle up their problems to the point that they take their problems out on the world, whether they do that in a verbal way or a violent way, So it's out there, whether we like it or not. And teaching people to not feel is only going to make things worse on our world or in our world. And, I know we'd rather all not see that happen. So it's best if we just acknowledge our feelings and all become sensitive ourselves. Sensitivity is not a problem. Sensitivity is what allows us to see the problems and come up with solutions. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it didn't turn into too much of a rant, but it does kind of get annoying seeing that everywhere, that sensitive people are the problem. But, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you guys have any video recommendations for me at all, be sure to let me know in the comments. And as always, I will link my vlog channel in the description below this video.